Hey, good morning everyone. Happy Sunday. Rob here from Southwest Florida Television. We're off to another foggy start this morning. Not quite, I don't know. I was gonna say not quite as foggy as yesterday morning, but when I look down to the south here, it's pretty darn foggy. Pretty flat out there, pretty calm out there in the water. Water temperature's 68, air temperature is 69 right now. Expecting a high today of up around 84 degrees. It'll be another warm one today. Down in Area 1 this morning. You can see here the condos. You can just barely see the condos at the end of the beach here, where Vanderbilt Beach starts. The end of the park there. Still piles of shells on the beach down here too. Wow. Nothing along the edge of the water though. I'm not seeing a lot of shells along the edge of the water yet, but we're still at high tide here. I have to wait till a little later in the day for low tide. Couple little snowy egrets here. Our little egret friends. There's some shells here. They'll all be exposed later today as the tide rolls out. Could be some nice ones down here too. Wow. Well, when I pulled up to the gate this morning, there were already people waiting to get into the park, lined up waiting to get in. It's going to be a great beach day. Almost a repeat of yesterday. Almost a repeat of yesterday. Foggy morning, starting to clear up around 9. There's a moon shell sitting on the beach. A shark eye. Already starting to see some people out here beach combing this morning. Little lightning whelk. Little lightning whelk shell. Boy, the beach is really uneven here. And it's hard to tell, but these are all little dips in the beach. All these little humps along the beach. You can see where the wet sand is, the dry sand, the wet sand, the dry sand. Really uneven. It's like a little roller coaster ride. I haven't been down at this end of the park in a while. And it looks like there were masses of shells down here too last week after those big waves we had, the big wind and waves. There's this huge piles of shells back up on the beach. Looks like they've been really well sifted through by people. There's just piles like this, clumps of them down the beach. There's a clump down there, a clump there, a clump over here, a clump next to me. The water looks pretty nice. Looks like it's starting to clear up here. It was really cloudy. Looks like it's finally starting to clear. No red tide. No red tide along our beaches. We're in Southwest Florida, actually. We're gonna see a dolphin this morning. Gosh, we've not seen any of those dolphins. They've been coming out later in the day. I don't know where they're going early in the morning. There's one of our rangers, Ranger Bill over there, making his morning rounds. Morning. They officially open the gates to the park, according to the website here, the park's website, at 8 a.m. is when the park opens, but the rangers have been being generous and opening the gates at 7:30, letting people in a little earlier. A day like today, you probably want to get here early. A weekend, it's going to be beautiful out here. Probably want to get here early. There's not a lot of parking spots here at Del Norwiggins, and occasionally it does fill up. You can walk into the park if you can find off-site parking. You can walk in. It's a little cheaper if you walk in. Still seeing our lightning whelps on the beach here. We got some great rangers here at this park. Great rangers. Nice group of people. Men and women both. And lots of wonderful volunteers here. They're always looking for volunteers here at Del Norwiggins. If you like the outdoors, here, especially if you like the beach, if you have some spare time and you're looking for something to do to keep occupied, which a lot of people in Florida have spare time on their hands. A lot of retired people here consider volunteering at one of our state parks. They can always use the extra help. They're always understaffed at our state parks. They don't get huge budgets to work with. The sun's trying to shine through over here, shine through the fog, but it's just not happening yet. You can see how thick it is down there. This is where the park ends. Right here, down here is the end of the park. And then Vanderbilt Beach is where these condos are. Vanderbilt Beach runs down to the south there. Big difference. You can barely see the condos in the fog there. But you can see where the condos stop and the park begins. All natural here at Del Nor-Wiggins. They don't do a whole lot to maintain this beach. They kind of let Mother Nature run her course here. But look how thick that fog is. That's a heavy bank right here, rolling through right now. I think it's getting heavier, getting thicker. Wow. People are just disappearing into the fog down there on the beach. That's a really compressed view of the beach right there. Pretty thick this morning. Taking a couple pictures of the fog. Sorry about that. See what it looks like when I turn around here. Kind of the same thing looking to the north. Not quite as heavy. The water temperature and the air temperature right now are just about even. 68, right around 68 degrees. Maybe a little warmer. Maybe the air temperature is a degree warmer, but not much right now. But it will be later this afternoon. Holy smokes. Getting up into the 80s again, 84. Whew. Crazy kind of warm for this time of year. There's a little paper fig shell. Nice little one there. That's a keeper. These are really fragile. That's a nice one. Very nice one. Quite a few shells right along the edge of the water right now. Probably gonna be some nice little treasures in here as the tide goes out. I don't even think, yeah, maybe we're at high tide now. Maybe we are at full high tide. I didn't check the tide chart this morning. Gosh, There are a lot of shells down here in the water. A lot of them. Every once in a while, you get a glimpse of them here. Look at them all. Wow. By another 2-3 hours, you'll be able to get at those. Any of our osprey friends up here? No. Don't hear any ospreys. If you can see, there's 2 little snowy egrets here. There's a seagull over there. Oh, anything wash up in this little pile here along the beach? Oh, broken murex. Some beautiful old shells. Old and broken and worn. An old alphabet cone shell there. An old apple murex. Piece of an old apple murex there underneath it. It's a really old alphabet cone. What else might be down here? See a little tiny baby lightning whelk. That's a nice one. That's a nice little baby lightning whelk there. Definitely a keeper. Definitely a little keeper. The lightning whelk. Been finding a lot of whelks on the beach lately. Yesterday I wasn't expecting to find anything, and what a surprise I got. I went home with a pocket and a half full of shells. Just goes to show you can never predict what you're going to find out here. Just got to take the time to look and be patient. You never know what's waiting just ahead for you here in the mornings. Lots of little worm shells on the beach again today. Lots of these little worms all over. So I'm looking for a really nice big one. Usually this is about the average size of them. The ends here break off. Sometimes they can get pretty darn big. Wow, there's something interesting, something neat. A little baby paper fig. A little tiny baby one. Usually they're broken when they're that small. That's cool. That's a little one. Seeing actually quite a few of these figs on the beach this morning. I don't know why. There's another one, a bigger one. Not all, that one's chipped up along the edge. Still pretty foggy out here in the Gulf. Nice and calm out there, though. Nice and calm. Look how thick that fog is down to the south. You can barely see the condo there, barely. Another little pile over here of shells, another little pile. There's a little olive sitting down there right on the edge. Neat little olive shell, nice little olive shell. Some of these have some incredible patterns on them, the olives. That's a nice little olive right there. A keeper for sure. Another little paper fig down there. Broken up. Where's our dolphins? Where are our dolphins from? It has been a while since we've seen those guys. Guys and girls. My friend Bill said he saw some the other day. 3 of them came in with their little baby. The parents, I'm assuming it would be the mother and father, the male and female dolphin with their little baby. Says they've been coming later in the day though. Boy. Low tide might be interesting out here. You see all these, look at all these shells in the water here. Really, really hard to see down there right now. Look at them just washing in and out with the waves. That's something. Love listening to those waves. There's a pelican flying by. I don't know if you can see him out there. Just above the water. There he goes. I always say he, I don't know why. Gosh. Come on, tide, hurry up and go out before all the people get here. Check out all of these shells down here. Look at them all. Piles of them. Piles and piles. Where's all those shark's teeth that Bill and Mike find out here on the beach? Darn it, I want one. There could be dozens of them buried in here. Ugh. So hard to find them. Just got to get that eye for finding those sharks. They could be anywhere in these little piles of shells like this. Huh. You really have to have patience to dig through that stuff. Lots. Beautiful morning despite the fog. Absolutely gorgeous out here. Not much of a breeze though this morning. Anything down here? Not yet. Not seeing anything. You see how quick things change with the waves. Just gone in a flash. I don't know how many times I've reached down to grab a shell and a wave came in and boom, pulled it right out of my fingers, right out of my hand. I don't know what this monstrosity is. Somebody's sand creation over here. Morning. Well, this is where the dolphins come in occasionally, right up in this area. I don't see any out here though right now. Hoping they come by this morning. Still haven't heard any ospreys yet in the trees this morning. There's a big great blue heron up ahead of me here, diving out into the water, chasing some fish. I'm going to try and zoom into it the best I can from back here before it gets scared away. You can see it there on the left. It's a great blue heron, that big darker colored bird. Walking in and out of the waves, looking for something to eat. Maybe I'll get closer to it. Nope. Oh, it's coming down closer to me. For a change, it usually flies the other direction. Let's see if we can get up a little closer without startling it. Still want to keep an eye out here for the dolphins. Those pelicans, little group of pelicans flying by out there. So neat how they just hover above the water there. Flying down to the south. There's a paddle boarder coming out over here. A lone paddle boarder making his way out past one of the swim buoys. Maybe he'll attract some dolphins out there. That'd be cool. One of our little snowy egret friends walking by here. Starting to see some shells now. Again, these are all the shells that have been here, but the waves churn them up, and you never know. We might find something that got missed here by someone. It never hurts to look. Darn it, the great blue heron just flew away. There's a lightning whelk down there. Not too bad of a specimen, but I'm going to leave it here for somebody else. Somebody else that wants to pick up their first lightning whelk. It's not too bad, in too bad a shape. Got some nice colors. Another paper fig shell down there. We've seen quite a few of those this morning, the paper figs. Right down there is the paper fig. Little snowy egret just flew in and landed next to me. Checking me out here. Walking right by me. Right up onto the beach. Up. Come up to take a poop. Beautiful little birds though. You're gonna get a good look at their face right here. Can't get you much closer than that. Up. Spotted something out in the water. Well, you got a close-up look of a little snowy egret's face for just a split second before he took off. He or she. Come on, dolphins, where you at? I need a dolphin fix. How about you? It's been a while since we had a dolphin sighting. There's a, looks like a nice little pretty scallop shell down there. Little scallop. Well, that fog is still heavy. Still really heavy. Sun's still trying to burn through. Still trying to break through. Haven't heard any of our little ospreys calling out up here this morning. It's kind of a favorite spot for them to hang out, was up on this dead branch right up there. Good morning, how are you? You hear all the shells crunching under people's feet as they walk along the beach here.
But let me know if you come, and I told you already, you know you always look a nice one. You know you are always welcome to come, so just come, let me know. I have my sister pick you up from the bus station. Good morning.
Good morning. There's a little moon shell. Flip it over, see what it looks like. Yeah, looks like a nice one. A nice one. Nice little moon shell. Great colors on it. Some great colors there. Look at that. That was a nice little find. That was a good size one too. That's a fairly good size. Still wet from the high tide. Morning. Another nice looking little scallop shell over here. Scallops are so neat looking. An old lightning whelk.
Magnifying glass. Found some good ones?
Oh yeah. Yeah, always. Yeah. Always.
Yeah.
I have rarely rarely gone home with empty pockets here. I'm guessing I've got half a dozen shells in my pocket already this morning. A nice little tiny lightning whelk, a little baby fig, a little tiny paper fig. Not too long ago, our beach was just covered with these pen shells. Here's a piece of one, a broken pen shell. The beach was almost, I'd say, littered with them last Monday. Crazy how many washed up. Now they've all just started breaking up and disintegrating. It's amazing. In less than a week's time, they're almost all gone. That fog is slowly starting to lift now. Starting to see a little blue sky above me up here. Little patch of blue. Today is just about a repeat, and almost the exact repeat of yesterday. Started out very, very foggy. And then by the time I was leaving the beach, it was beautiful. I'm thinking low tide. There's gonna be some nice shells out here. You can just see them rolling around in the surf here if you look close. See all those shells? It's too hard. Almost impossible to spot something right now. By the time you see it, it's gone. I think there's going to be some nice little piles of shells out here at low tide. Excuse me. If you enjoy these morning beach walks, tell your friends, hit the share button. If you're new to the group here, please introduce yourself, let everybody know where you're watching from. That's the fun of these morning walks, is just getting everybody together, bringing everybody together. Start up a conversation. I don't care what you talk about. Just try to stay away from politics is all I ask. There's another really nice little olive shell down here. Every time I pick up an olive, it's always got another shell or two jammed inside of it. You can find these with some really interesting patterns, these olive shells. This one's just missing a little piece of the tip on it there, the point. Still a beautiful shell. You can find some pretty big ones once in a while too, if you're lucky. Really cool patterns. The olive shell. Now we're getting into this pile of shells that we found some real beauties in yesterday. Pretty sure they've been gone through by a lot of people by now. You never know though. A lot of people miss the little tiny ones. We found some really neat baby shells during our beach walks. Just gotta keep a sharp eye. We'll find something here. Just gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. Again, lots of little shells that people don't spot. There's a little lightning whelk. Boy, the waves really push these around, these piles. They were a lot thicker yesterday when we were out here. What? Wow, is that a murex? Is that a big murex down there? Yeah, it is, man. Look at that one. It's a nice big apple murex shell, wow. That is a nice one. Nice size apple murex. Great find. That was a really nice find there. Keep my eyes peeled. Those murex get buried in things and they're really hard to spot. I mean, that one's probably been sitting out on the beach for almost a week. And it was just buried, and I just came by the right place at the right time. That's how it works with shelling. It's all about timing. There's another one. A miniature of the one I just picked up. That's pretty neat. It's almost an exact miniature. See if I can find the big one I just picked up. Isn't that cool? The mama and the baby. That's pretty neat. I believe those are apple murex. They're a little darker than an apple murex. I'm pretty sure that's what they are. Well, the shells are starting to thin out up here. But it doesn't matter. I'm happy with the couple of nice ones that I picked up already this morning. Maybe will we come across something else? You never know. Still hoping to see a dolphin. Still also seeing lots of these little baby fighting conchs out on the beach. Lots of the little babies out here. Another little murex. I think I see a little baby tulip shell. I found a little baby tulip yesterday. Is this another one? Yeah. Nice little baby banded tulip shell. Nice little baby. Nothing inside there. A little banded tulip. Nice find. Some great little things this morning. Just amazing how much you find when you just stop and start looking. It's just about taking your time when you're shelling. Not seeing the amount, the quantities, the big quantities of moon shells that we were seeing earlier. There's an old cone, another old alphabet cone. We saw one of these earlier, another one, faded and broken. An old alphabet cone shell. Those shells are really starting to thin out now. I see some broken murex shells down there. Really flat out there in the Gulf this morning. A little more blue sky coming through up here. Still foggy though, down to the south and the east. Maybe something nice down here. Another, I see a tulip. I don't know what kind of tulip that is. There's a turkey wing. A turkey wing shell. Gotta show you a turkey wing. Somebody out there has probably never seen a turkey wing shell. A little kitten's paw shell over here. A little kitten's paw. And of course all our slipper shells, they're all over the place. No shortage of slipper shells. When you flip them over, see they look like a little slipper, the slipper shells. Okay, I thought I saw a little tulip shell down there somewhere. Watch out for those waves. I swore I saw a little tulip down here. Nope, it's broken. Broken. More worm shells. Good morning. More worm shells. These little piles, though, it's like the more you look, the more you find. You just gotta keep staring down at them. Let me go see what else is up the beach, though. I see Bill coming down here with his net. Maybe he found some shark's teeth this morning. There's an interesting little worm shell. That's a neat little wormy. A wormy. Our friend Tammy said that's what they call them, wormies. Another broken tulip shell, darn it. There's been so many of these on the beach lately, but most of them are like this, all just pieces of them. The banded tulip shells. I am surprised. I am not finding a lot of moon shells out here. Not seeing a lot of moons. Still a lot of shells back up on the beach though, a lot of them. Looks like the water got up into here last night. Gonna go a little further up the beach here, not much farther. You see the sun finally starting to hit the beach here. Fog is just burning off now. Probably by the time we get back to our starting point down there in Area 1 this morning, blue sky will be out. It's getting close here. Starting to see a lot more blue sky now. Boy, there's a really big slipper shell. That is a big slipper shell. Wow. That is a big one. Very cool. Nothing else down there. Still seeing lots of the little fighting conchs out here. Lots of little fighting conchs. Really nicely colored ones too. Nice color patterns on them. See anything? I see a mossy arc, a whole mossy arc shell down there. A whole little mossy arc, both halves of the mossy arc shell. That's kind of cool. Another little lightning whelk. Lots of these on the beach lately. Lots of these beautiful little lightning whelks. The other thing that we've been seeing a lot of were the paper figs this morning. A lot of the little paper figs. There's a little one right there. What we're not seeing are dolphins. Darn it. I only found one moon shell this morning so far. Only one moon. Pretty nice looking one. But so far, just one. This one here, got some nice colors on it. It's a pretty good looking shell there. I must have done a really good job yesterday going through these shells, because I'm not seeing much of anything. Usually after these shells go through a tide change, we find other things that were buried. They're all spread out and we find things we missed. But it's been beautiful out here at the beach. There have been a lot of people out here shelling, that's for darn sure. A lot of people. Hopefully they all got some nice little souvenirs, because I know I have. I've gotten some real beauties during the last week. So calm out there. There's another nice little olive shell. It's covered in sand. It was buried. Another nice little olive shell. All I saw was the tip sticking out of the sand. Nice little olive. lot of people starting to show up out here. Walking, shelling. Up in Area 4 Beach now. Good morning. See a lot of the same folks out here. All right, now we're getting the blue sky. We're getting our blue sky. The sun's coming out. The fog is burning off. It was really heavy this morning when we first came out, just like yesterday. Come on, one more shell. One more shell. It's a little easier to find things when that sun comes out. There we go. Another little moon shell, another little shark eye. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Another old alphabet cone. Almost lost all its color. Cone shell. I found some nice cones here lately. Boy, it is really getting nice out. How long have we been out here? An hour and 15 minutes or so? It is really, really getting nice. Nice little cockle shell over here. Little cockle shell on the beach. Nice little cockle. Looks like there's a murex down there. Another little apple murex. Yep, little apple murex. Found a couple murex shells today, not a whole bunch. Piece of a little moon down there. Just the inside of the moon shell. That looks like a mushroom. A shark eye. A piece of a sand dollar. Piece of an old sand dollar down here. Just the edge of a sand dollar. Use your imagination. Imagine how big that was. Seagulls up here in front of me. And if you can see, there's a paddle boarder out there. Can you see him out here in the water? It's been a pretty nice morning out here. All we need to complete this beach walk are some dolphins coming by. That would make the morning just perfect. What's up? How you doing? Good. You ready for the big party tomorrow night? Yeah.
I'm getting me a t-shirt.
Are you going to go up there?
Yeah.
There you go. Your first souvenir t-shirt. It's a surprise. Every year it's a surprise what he puts on them. So, he told you? Don't say. Yeah, don't say. Yep. You're not supposed to know.
That's why I'm going to get one.
There you go.
Beautiful day out here.
Boy, it has just gotten gorgeous. Hey, from Ohio, how you doing? Great day out here.
Awesome.
Started out foggy, but man, it's clearing up nice now. All we need are some dolphins and it'll be perfect. They've been coming by later, people are saying. Later in the day now. So you'll just have to spend the day here.
Okay.
Have fun.
Thanks.
Yep, Happy New Year. Probably see you tomorrow.
Almost definitely. I know we're going to head to the fireworks, too.
Oh, cool. That's chaos.
I'm not going all the way down there.
Okay, yeah. Down by the pier, it's nuts.
Yeah, no.
It's fun, but yeah.
You can see them from...
You can see them from here.
Not that good, but
Yeah.
you can. They look about this big.
Yep, exactly.
All right, see you later.
All right, Lisa. Now is the perfect time to see a dolphin. That water is so flat, the sun's shining. It would be awesome to see these guys come by. But people are saying they're coming later in the mornings now. I don't know why that is. We always used to catch them out early, between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. Now things have changed. They're on a different schedule. Sleeping in or something. If you enjoy these beach walks, please tell your friends, hit the share button, like and follow Southwest Florida Television. We started way down in Area 1 this morning. Way down the south end of the park. So we got a little bit of a hike back this morning. Good morning. A little bit of a hike back. We'll see. Just a few more feet up here before I turn around. A few more feet. It's like I am afraid if I don't walk that extra 10 feet, I'm gonna miss something. You just never know. And you can also find something new on the beach on the walk back. That's always a good possibility. That's why with these live feeds, you just got to stick around. Leave it running in the background. You'll know when I find something. You'll hear me getting excited. Hey, there's Bill. Mr. Bill. How's the hunting going?
I found 2 teeth this morning.
2 shark's teeth this morning?
One
Awesome.
yesterday. But wait till you see the shells I found yesterday.
Oh,
That's
nice.
2 this
Little
morning.
ones, but still nice.
But shells yesterday.
Oh,
In the
yeah.
afternoon. Wait till you see
In the
this.
afternoon?
I stood at one spot.
And just let them come in?
And they were coming in. And believe me, they were coming in.
What did you get? What'd you get to make me jealous? Oh, look at look at all the alphabet cones. My gosh.
That was all.
Look at those beautiful alphabet cones.
All yesterday.
Tulips? Wow. That is gorgeous. That is huge.
I know,
That's a
I haven't
huge
seen one.
nutmeg. That is, usually they're size like the end of your
I
thumb.
know. I couldn't believe it.
A nutmeg. Wow, those cones are beautiful.
All yesterday. One spot, they just kept coming up.
Yeah.
I sat there with the net
It's
grabbing.
probably going to be like that again today. There's some spots down there
I
in
know,
Area
I know.
1.
Yeah, I know.
That you can see them out there, but you just can't see them yet because there's too many waves.
That's why that's here.
There you go, the net. Oh man, it is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Roy's daughter's in town. He's going over there now. So they're picking her,
Good.
picking him up. So
I don't know if he's decided what 2 days he's going to come out here yet.
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday will be the days. That's good. That's what he's allowed to do that.
Saturday and Sunday is allowed.
Yep, the doc.
That's his decision now.
The doc said that 2 days, so he picked the weekend. Perfect.
That's perfect.
Good.
That's good.
Yep. Then we'll see him on the weekends. That's when most people are watching anyway. You didn't make it up to the end yet?
No, I haven't got that.
All right.
Waiting for my better half. I don't know
Well, there you go.
where. Have a good one.
All right, Bill. Good luck. Boy, some beautiful, beautiful alphabet cones that he found there yesterday. You just never know what you're going to find out here. Never know. Well, that fog is definitely burning off now. Look at that blue sky. Beautiful colors. You couldn't see the end of the beach this morning when we first came out. What a drastic change. This is where our friend Bill finds those shark's teeth. Right here along the edge of the shore. And he can spot them when they wash up. Amazing. Not me. Not me. There's so many little black pieces of shell, broken shell, and rocks. Well, I think we're going to turn around and make our way back down to Area 1. I'll keep my eyes peeled here for some dolphins. I just enjoy walking along, listening to the waves. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday from paradise, beautiful Naples, Florida. Find some good ones. Cool. You just gotta, you just sit there staring and all of a sudden they pop out at you. Yep. Seen any dolphins?
No.
No.
I'm looking.
Call them in.
I'm trying.
Use your magic.
I'll try.
All right. See you, Lisa.
I use it for ego.
There you go. There are just so many shells piled up here. It's really hard to get a perspective when you look at them through the camera here, but it's amazing how many there are down here. Just gotta take the time to dig through them. Lord knows what's gonna pop up here. The tide's slowly going out, so the shelling's getting better and better. I don't know if you saw those shells that Bill found yesterday. That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Some beautiful, beautiful cone shells. He just stood in one spot as they just washed up on the beach. Just like that lightning whelp. Darn it, I just saw a big murex down here. And as fast as I saw it, it was gone. Darn it. Some great stuff coming in here. Great shells washing in this morning. Hey, good morning.
How you doing?
Good. How's your morning going?
Anything interesting?
Well, the usual. Bill found like half a dozen beautiful cone shells yesterday.
Really?
Just stood in one spot and they just kept
I saw
washing
one
in.
in the waves, and I was waiting for it to come
I
back,
just-
and it never did.
I just saw a big murex over here and I couldn't grab it. It got away from me before I grabbed it.
Wow,
But there's a
shells.
lot of little spots there that in another hour or so, I think you're gonna find some nice shells.
Nice. I'm looking for shark's teeth.
All right.
Not having the
Good luck. See you later. Just gorgeous. I can't believe how nice the weather has turned since that fog lifted. I really have a feeling that the shelling is going to be really, really nice here in an hour or so. There are just masses of shells accumulated right here along the edge of the water. Some great stuff. Just by the time you see it, it disappears. The waves pull it back out. The tide needs to go out just a little further here. Hey, if you enjoy these walks, remember, I don't get paid to do this. Every once in a while, somebody will be generous and send a little contribution. I really appreciate that. Helps pay the phone bill so I can continue to do these live feeds. If you do want to send a little something, you can find a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post. And thank you. And thanks for watching, no matter what. Thanks for joining. Make sure you let everyone know where you're watching from. Introduce yourself to the group here. There's been a lot of great friendships made here. A lot of great friendships made over the years during these beach walks. We've met a lot of really nice people out here. What's really fun is I get to meet people that follow me on Facebook, and then they come out to the beach when they vacation here and introduce themselves. Just amazing. And not just around the United States, but from all around the world. That is so cool. Morning. You were watching when we first started this morning. Look at the difference. You couldn't see the buildings down there. There was so much fog, you couldn't see the condos down the beach. Now it is absolutely gorgeous. We got our blue sky. We can see the blue and the green in the water here. Absolutely gorgeous. No idea what the temperature is. It's supposed to get up to 84 today. It was 69 when I came out this morning. But look at that sky now. Beautiful, beautiful blue all around us. So disappointed that I can't show you any dolphins. They have changed their schedule. They're coming by later in the day now. I don't know why. I don't know where they're starting from. They used to come by here every morning between 7:30 and 8. They were almost predictable. Now totally unpredictable. More and more little shells popping up on the beach as the tide goes out. There's a paddle boarder out there. How would you like to be out there paddle boarding on a beautiful, beautiful morning like this? Gorgeous, so flat out there this morning. Look up our beach, just incredible. Breathtaking, to say the least, huh? Oh, I just had to stop and take a picture. Sorry about that. I always like to share a couple photos later on. Glorious morning, as our friend Roy would say, glorious. A few more people out here than were here earlier this morning when we started. There's another little snowy egret. Running in and out of the waves, making its way up the beach. down to the north end of Area 2 now. We started in Area 1 this morning, walked all the way up to the north end of Area 4, making our way back to our starting point. So nice to see families out here, kids playing in the water. What a big difference from this summer when we were just plagued by the red tide. So nice to see people back at the beach enjoying it. It's beautiful as you look up to the north, that blue sky. Here's Bill again. See if he had any luck down here. No?
Just a nice walk anyway.
Not as lucky as yesterday, huh?
No.
Maybe later. Maybe later.
You never know. Have a great day.
All right.
Guys.
See you later. You win some, you lose some. There's no guarantees that you're going to find anything out here. However, I do tend to get pretty lucky and wind up with at least a few nice shells during each of my beach walks. I have not seen any ospreys this morning. We have not seen any ospreys in the trees. I don't know where they're at this morning. Probably out with their families enjoying this beautiful weather. If you're wondering, you might see these sticks out here in the water with the ribbon. They just have a little area kind of roped off there. There's some old tree roots out there, just trying to warn people about them. It's kind of hard to keep caution tape and stakes out there in the water with these tides. But at least they're making an attempt. That's the north end of Area 1. a little snowy egret here, standing in front of someone's lost flip-flop. And it just picked up a little bug off it. Beautiful little bird. Gorgeous little birds. Now I gotta get up really, really slow. See if I can get you a close look at his face. Him or her. Looking right at me, eye to eye almost eye level here. Beautiful, the little snowy egret. Show you its little yellow feet here. See its little yellow feet. Yellow legs, black and yellow legs. Got yellow on the back, black in the front on their legs. Great look at a little snowy egret. Now to try and get up without scaring it. It's all right. I'm just gonna back up there, bud. Yep. Cool. Beautiful. Beautiful little bird. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I want to thank everybody for watching. Remember, again, I don't get paid to come out and do this. If you want to make a little contribution, it's always appreciated. To those of you that have done so, thank you so very much. If you want to, you can find my PayPal link in the description of this post. Every little bit helps. I appreciate it. Whether you send something or not, thank you for watching. I really enjoy doing this. I really enjoy having you along walking the beach with me. Every time we come out here, it's something different. Never know what we're going to see. Every morning is a new experience. But it is beautiful out here this morning. We stand out in the water looking back at the beach. Just gorgeous. Hey, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. God bless.